question again? I'm gonna lose my mind. How old are you?
I'm sorry, sir.
While most kidnapped victims are found after some good old-fashioned police work, sometimes officers are simply at the right place at the right time. Here are 6 shocking examples of cops finding kidnapped victims just in time. Starting with the case of what happens when a victim is chained up by the father of her child.
Thank you so much.
On August 16, 2023, officers were dispatched to a 2-story house on reports that a woman was heard screaming for help. Officers tried to gain entry into the apartment, but the entire first floor was barricaded. So they immediately come up with a plan.
We see a ladder.
I got a ladder. The ladder was on the side.
Is anybody else in there?
They're given a ladder by neighbors and make their way to the 2nd floor, where the window has been taken out. And what they find is outright horrifying. The victim is helplessly chained to the floor by the neck with screws and secured with a master lock.
I'm sorry, sir. I know he's got it on his
After cops rescued the victim with a hacksaw, firefighters removed the chain locked around her neck while the EMS examined her for further injuries.
Thank you so much.
2 days later, police arrested the suspect, Moises May, the victim's ex-boyfriend and father of her child. He was charged with kidnapping, intimidating a participant in the legal process, wanton endangerment, assault, and terroristic threatening and harassment. May pleaded not guilty and is being held on bond at $100,000. No one would expect the father of their own child to hold them hostage, but what happens when a child predator gets caught minutes after carrying out a heinous crime?
Hands in the air.
He didn't do anything wrong.
He said he was going to show you a puppy?
Yeah, he's my mom's friend.
On July 2nd, 2021, Louisville police responded to a 911 call reporting a man in a red Dodge Challenger who had abducted a 6-year-old girl playing outside in Valley Station. A neighbor who witnessed the crime followed the car and provided a partial license plate number and a description of the car to the police. Within about 30 minutes, officers located the car and closed in on the suspect. All LNPD vehicles were dispatched, and the suspect knew that giving up on the race was his only option. It is not known if the suspect is armed or if the situation could potentially escalate into a hostage situation. So the officer asks him to slowly exit the car and get on his knees while he calls for backup.
In the air. Turn around. Turn around and back towards me. Keep walking back. 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 Get on your knees. Get on your knees. Stay right there.
One more in the car. One more subject in the car.
Open the passenger door!
The suspect has been arrested, and with backup already at the scene, officers are uncertain if he had an accomplice. So they call out to anyone in the car to open the passenger door. The suspect then reveals that he is alone, and the little girl in the car is unharmed.
Got a little girl in the front seat. Little girl in the front seat. Hello. It's okay. She's clear. She's clear. It's okay.
Officers safely removed the little girl from the vehicle, and she confirmed that the suspect had picked her up, stating that she didn't know him.
Pick me up.
I picked you up. You don't know him?
There's a cloth spread out on the front seat of the car from which the little girl was brought out. It's possible the crime was premeditated, and the perpetrator spread the cloth on the seat to eliminate any traces if he had succeeded in carrying out the crime. Child predators often employ various tactics to lure and manipulate kids. The suspect's attempt to deceive the little girl by claiming he was going to show her a puppy and he knows her mom is a disturbing example of this.
He didn't take me. He just said he's gonna give me.
Okay. Can anybody advise if she needs EMS?
Are you hurt?
No, he didn't do anything wrong.
He said he was going to show you a puppy?
Yeah, he's my mom's friend, I think. He said he knows my mom.
He said he knows your mom?
Yeah.
The cops made the little girl feel comfortable, but she had also been calling out for her family. After her grandpa arrived within a few minutes, the officer released her to him.
Yeah, so you okay?
He said he's going to go here. Mom's friend.
Yeah, his mom and dad's actually likes to.
Oh, that's... Yeah.
The suspect, Robbie Wilt, was charged with 1 count of kidnapping a minor. He entered a plea deal and was sentenced to 13 years in prison. Wilt will not be eligible for parole or probation, and once he's released, he will have to register as a sex offender. At least Wilt made it easy for the cops.
Ow! You're good, buddy.
Minutes close to starting.
I'll just sit down there.
Guys, of water.
On October 16, 2023, officers received a call from a resident who claimed that a friend was holding a woman captive in their outdoor garage without their knowledge. Upon arrival at the scene, the resident confirmed to the cops that the woman was injured and was indeed in the garage at that moment.
Go on. How do we get in? Can we get in the door?
I can be in here. My parents are here. I can't help. I just
The resident claimed to have seen the woman and heard the suspect, 33-year-old William Mozingo, repeatedly yelling at her. Judging by the situation, the woman's condition while in captivity is deteriorating, and officers must find a way to rescue her without hurting anybody.
I know for a fact.
Can you kick your door? Can you
I
kick it
swear
in?
to God. Go ahead. Please. I don't know what's wrong with this girl.
Oh, there's a girl in there with him?
Yes. I told them this. There's a girl in there. She's very small and slim. My husband said he didn't really get a good look at her. Basically, she can't see out of her eyes.
Okay.
They spend the next few minutes measuring the door and finding alternative means to gain entry into the garage. Knowing the police were outside, the suspect locked the door from the inside to restrict the police's access to the garage and stayed as quiet as possible to make it seem as if no one was inside.
William, this is Dashcam Police Department. This is your last chance. Come out now with your hands up, or we'll be sending the canine in to apprehend you. You will get bit by the dog. William, last chance.
Knowing the suspect was inside with the victim and there was little time to waste, police were forced to break the door off its frame and give the suspect one last chance to turn himself in so things could end peacefully without having to send in the canine.
William, come out now, Akron Police.
Come out.
Come on.
Come out now.
Nothing in your hand.
Nothing in your hand.
Ow!
You're good, buddy.
Go hands down.
Put it down.
Drop it. Drop. No, not your whole body. Get up. Turn around and walk backwards.
Walk towards the
Face that way.
Just keep coming. Watch your step. Right there. You get that? There's a female in there.
After arresting William at gunpoint, officers enter the garage and call out to the captured woman.
Okay, what do you need to get down?
Answers from an obscure hole in the ceiling of the garage. They reach out to a ladder to help the woman in distress climb down from a partially hidden hole in the roof, been living in a very deplorable condition.
There's no one else up there? Where do you live out here? Thompson? How far away is that?
Like 30 minutes, pretty close to starting.
Why don't you have a seat right there on this?
The suspect reportedly beat her with a baseball bat, doused her in gasoline, and even threatened to light her on fire while keeping her captive for 4 days. Though the victim was hospitalized for 3 days with facial fractures, a brain bleed, and a broken arm and fingers, police were lucky to arrive before something worse happened. William Mozingo, who was on probation at the time of his arrest, has a prior history of kidnapping. He was charged with kidnapping, felonious assault, abduction, and unlawful restraint. Mozingo has been held without bond since his arrest due to a parole violation. Holding someone for so long against their wish is horrifying. Unlike this child predator who felt the cops didn't have the right to arrest him.
Door! Open the door! So you trying to kill us? You trying to kill us?
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna take you to your mom. Okay.
My mom called you.
Yeah, she did.
Okay.
On April 4th, 2022, Atlanta police responded to a distress call of a man who stole a woman's car in Atlanta with her 9-year-old son in the backseat. Upon arrival at the scene, the cop met with the caller, who narrated the incident. The officer used the boy's iPhone's tracking abilities in real time to identify the vehicle's whereabouts and began searching the area along with local law enforcement.
The radio, they're tracking the car to South Gordon, and right there, I'm gonna go look.
Within less than an hour, the officer quickly spots the vehicle and immediately alerts the dispatcher and other responding officers of its location.
I got the car, Peoples and RDA. Peoples northbound towards Oak Street. GSP is behind.
Officers close in on the suspect and use the precision immobilization technique, otherwise known as PIT, to bring the car to a stop. A well-executed PIT deployment usually results in the pursued vehicle spinning out to a stop, followed by the arrest of a dazed driver. The cop is now faced with arresting the suspect and ensuring the child comes out unharmed.
Show me your hands. Show me your hands. Get the out the car. Get the open the door. Open the door. He's trying to kill us. He's trying to kill us.
The suspect appears to be in shock as he continues to yell, "Y'all tried to kill us."
He's trying to kill me.
The pit tactic knocked him off balance, and he had yet to regain his composure when the officers swooped in on him.
Stop, don't fight me. He won't stop.
They quickly tackle him to the ground in Casey's arms.
Can you breathe? Your hands now. Please get help with your I didn't have anything where his eyes.
The suspect, Darius White, was charged with kidnapping, cruelty to children, and theft by taking. The judge set his bond at $20,000 for the 3 charges. The officer rescued the visibly traumatized child, who climbed down from the car. The boy appeared shaken, but the officer comforted him after checking for any signs of injuries.
I can show you what you got. Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna take you to your mom. Okay, okay.
My mom called you?
Yeah, she did.
Okay. Excuse me.
Sometimes the kidnapper is someone you have never met, but what happens when it's your ex-boyfriend who takes you hostage?
Oh my God, thank you.
On January 30th, 2017, police in Las Vegas responded to a 911 call about a woman who appeared to have been bound and was seen being dragged to a white van outside an apartment building. The caller claimed the suspect had his arm around the victim's neck and was choking the woman as he dragged her down the apartment steps. Officers tracked the victim using a signal from one of the abductor's phones, and within a few hours, they closed in on the white van. The suspect pulls over and the cops are unsure if the suspect is armed, so they instruct him to stick his hand out of the window before opening the door and slowly exit the vehicle.
Neil, get up! Passenger! There is a passenger! There is a passenger! Open the door, getting outside.
As soon as someone opens the passenger's door, the cops realize that the suspect has an accomplice. They immediately instruct the second suspect to keep their hands up and get on the ground.
There's a passenger! There's a passenger, 48! Hands up! Hands up, passenger! Get on the ground, passenger! All the way! Yeah, I got passenger, I got passenger.
Armed officers surround the van, but what they find is extremely terrifying.
Got a camera. You need a...
Oh my God, thank you.
Okay, got it? Going? I got throw it. Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay? We're gonna get you out of here.
Do you need me to say anything about what happened or anything?
Don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Just hold on for now, okay?
The victim, who was visibly terrified and still traumatized from the incident, was helplessly chained around her neck and hands. Although she wanted to narrate how it all happened,
Do you need me to say anything about what happened or anything?
officers calmed her down and informed her that they needed to take her photos as part of the investigation. It wasn't clear at the time what the suspects were up to, but the officers' quick action saved the victim's life.
She's literally chained up inside.
This one here.
A cuff key? Dude, I don't know, there's another one out there somewhere. Okay, guys, take pictures of all this before we get the chains.
I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains.
It took the officers quite some time to unlock the chains, but that wasn't nearly as shocking as what she said next.
I don't got a key for this one, guys. Sarge, I don't got a key for the neck one. There it is, here it is. Okay, hold on, give me time.
I was in Las Vegas. He broke into my Las Vegas apartment and stole me from my home.
Las Vegas, New Mexico?
Nevada. He fucking hauled ass.
You know the guy?
Yeah, he's my ex-boyfriend.
The victim revealed that the suspect, Jack Morgan, was her ex-boyfriend. They had reportedly dated during college but cut ties sometime afterward. Morgan and his accomplice, Sarah Brown, had stalked the victim for a year and 3 months, during which they tracked her apartment complex.
He fucking hauled ass.
The kidnapping ordeal was over within 12 hours, and EMS would now examine the victim for any further injuries. Meanwhile, the suspect was emotionless the whole time and even sang Amazing Grace on his way to the police station.
What about Amazing Grace? You like that one?
I'll take it.
The suspect sings his favorite hymn and even engages the cop on Christianity. His lack of empathy and zero remorse only confirms that he's a psychopath who doesn't care how his actions or behavior affects others. The female suspect mentions she's never been to a police station, which suggests she might be a first-time offender.
Are we going to the police station?
We are.
I've never been there.
You ever been to a police station or this police station?
Well, I mean, I've never been in a police station, period.
Okay.
Jack Morgan was charged with 1 count of kidnapping and 1 count of conspiracy to commit kidnapping and was sentenced to life in prison. Sarah Brown pleaded guilty prior to the trial and was sentenced to 63 months in prison and 5 years of supervised release following her prison sentence. But if you think getting kidnapped by an ex-lover is crazy, well, what happens when a grown man convinces a minor to come to a hotel alone with him?
Front office. Sheriff's office. Back up. Are you hurt at all? You're not hurt at all? Yes, I am. I found him.
On February 18, 2024, the Volusia County Sheriff received a missing child report of a 13-year-old minor around 6:15 p.m. The girl's grandmother reported her missing after she failed to return home and didn't show up for a scheduled basketball game after school.
Basically, I'm missing a juvenile left school and possibly was picked up by a guy here.
Earlier that day, the officer had spoken to a friend of the girl, who mentioned that the victim had plans to go to a motel with someone she met online, whose name began with a T, possibly Tyler, and was reportedly from Orlando.
Hello. Hey, so my name is Deputy James. I'm wondering if a juvenile and another person checked in here earlier today. Have you seen that? Her?
The friend also indicated that the victim might have been picked up at a nearby dollar store. Although this information alone wasn't enough for the officer to act on, he started by visiting a nearby dollar store and spoke to a worker to see if someone had picked her up. The officer pulls out a photo of the girl and they start looking through security footage to see if she came into the dollar store.
I mean, is that like a super recent picture though?
She says she looks pretty much like this. It looks pretty close to her.
The officer has confirmed that the minor did, in fact, meet with an older suspect at the dollar store, which validates the initial information. So he checks motel after motel.
No, she would have been here with an unknown, probably male,
hoping to locate where she's being held.
This is what she looks like. Any check-ins today? I'm investigating a runaway juvenile that supposedly checked into a local hotel today with an adult.
The case takes a turn when the officer is handed a clue that completely alters the course of the investigation.
Well, check out this person that checked in here. Oh, where's this guy? I think this is him. They said his name started with a T, possibly Tyler.
The cop finally gets the suspect's name, and they understand that he checked into a room, so he decides to confront him by acting like front office staff at the room where he's staying.
Front office, anybody inside? We need to come in for a second. Sheriff's office, back up. Have a seat on the couch. What's up, sweetheart? Sheriff's office. Get Pappy up here. Go in the bedroom and wait for me for a second.
The suspect opens the door, and after the cop enters the room, the terrified victim runs into his arms. He then asks her to wait in the bedroom. The cop is losing it that an adult would lure a minor to a motel. So he questions Tyler, and his frustration is evident from his demeanor.
How old are you? 5. How old are you?
501 check.
Just wait there for me, sweetheart. Are you okay? Do you need any attention? Are you hurt at all? You're not hurt at all? Your stomach hurts? Okay, we're gonna be right with you, okay?
335.
Go. How old are you? If I ask you that question again, I'm gonna lose my mind. How old are you? Oh, you f***ed up. Yeah, you f***ed up real good.
The penalties for kidnapping in Florida are severe, as it is classified as a first-degree felony. The suspect faces between 4 years imprisonment and a maximum penalty of life in prison, along with a $10,000 fine. Judging by the situation, it seems unlikely that he will taste freedom anytime soon.